I think I need to set certain people straight in regards to independence, because they kind of have it twisted. See, there's some of you that are out here declaring that you by yourself and that you're holding it down by yourself, but you're not. You're holding on to somebody's name in some way, form, or fashion to have the basics that you have. Yeah, you are. You are. But you're telling the world that you're holding it down by yourself, when the truth is, if it wasn't for that person's credit or name, or because their association with you, you wouldn't have a fucking roof over your head. You wouldn't have anything to ride around in. You wouldn't have a job. You wouldn't have nothing. You're faking the front for the public, trying to make people think that you got it all by yourself when you didn't. And even if that person didn't contribute financially, they contributed emotionally, because while you were trying to struggle and get those things when you didn't have nothing, that person supported you financially while you struggled to get it. Whether it was a situation, if that person worked while you went to college full time and couldn't work, or it could be a situation where you were physically ill and didn't have the bills to pay for, medicine and doctor's visits and everything else, and that person took you around and provided food and shelter for you because you couldn't take care of yourself. But you have the nerve, after the two of you parted company because that person got sick of your bullshit, it got back to them and they decided they didn't want to deal with you anymore, you have the nerve to go out in the street and say that you did this whole shit by yourself. Once you accomplish whatever you need to accomplish, you get there on the camera, you get on the airwaves and everything else and try to make it seem like it's all about you, and you don't give that person an ounce of credit. And you're wondering why you have confusion in other parts of your life, because you're lying. And all you have to do is give that person a little bit of credit. So what if things didn't go well with you? You have to accept the situation for where it was. There was a season where you didn't have jack shit but a dream, and that person was there for you. And now that you got what you got, you want to sit there and try to project yourself as the martyr so you can have more eyes on you, and make it seem like nobody was there for you. And some of you even come out your mouths and say nobody did anything for you. Then you wonder why your kids don't respect you. You wonder why you're having problems in your organization with people betraying you. You're wondering why it's getting harder and harder for you to seal the deal or get an endorsement. You're wondering why you're having these random pains in your back and don't know where they come from, or some kind of condition where you got to spend more money on doctor visits. You don't know why. Or it could be a situation where your money is either delayed or slowed down, and you don't understand why these situations occurred, because you did not give proper credit when credit was due. Had it been you, it would have been Armageddon in this bitch. The whole world would have turned on its ear. It would have. And all you have to do is tell the truth about how the hell you got where you got. But see, if you do that, then all the other business is going to come out as to what really happened, as to why you're not associated with this person anymore, and it's not going to make you look as good as the image that you projected. So you're worried about your reputation. That's why you won't even want to give this person any credit. You won't be the star anymore. The spotlight won't be completely on you. You better tell the truth and give that person some credit, so all these other things that are, creating stagnation in your life, they can go away. But they're going to continue. They're going to persist. Unfortunately, I see a lot of this in families between siblings, where one sibling makes it and decide they're going to go off, and they don't hardly give any credit to the family. A lot of times when they get in the spotlight, some of them don't even admit to certain family members they even had. And these are family members that contributed to their growth and potential to be who they are. It may not have been financially, it could have been spiritually, it could have been emotionally, they could have been there for them, but they won't even acknowledge these people because they don't want to give any attention to anybody else but them. Y'all better cancel that shit. How many people I know, even if you're not in the spotlight, how many people do I know that have a good paying job and a great place to stay and everything else, and they could have had a partner that they were involved with, and they're not together anymore, and they're going around saying that they got it because they had the good job, they got it because they had good credit and everything else. They got their job and good credit because of their partner. And they won't even admit to anybody that that partner was responsible for them to get the position. I give credit where credit is due, whether our relationship is good or not. You know, they'd be like, oh, well, I like so-and-so. I'd be like, well, you know, so-and-so got this for me. I don't mind admitting that. Because, see, I'm not afraid of the memories associated with that person if we're not together anymore. Those memories don't bother me. I don't feel a certain type of way when I think about them or anything else, because what's done is done. They have moved on with their life and I moved on with mine. But if I have something in my life that is helping me be a better person because of that person, and somebody asks me where it came from, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to sit there and say, you know what, I got this because so-and-so got this for me when we was together, when we were communicating. I make that very clear. They got this for me. That could have been the one good thing that came out of the situation. But some of y'all ain't even doing that. Some of you aren't even acknowledging that person was even a part of your life. And for some of you, they probably paid for all your bills and shelter and food and transportation the whole 6 years your ass went to get a master's degree. But now you've got what you want and you're making the money and living the life and then moved away somewhere. You won't even acknowledge that you even knew this person. And you're wondering why you have confusion and stagnation in your life. This is why. There's a price to pay for not giving people credit when credit is due. There's a price to pay for that, people. I'm going to keep this a short one. But if you're one of these persons who finally, after years of struggling, got what you want, you've got that multi-million-dollar contract, you've got that big corporation that you wanted, you know, you're fulfilling your purpose, you've achieved that dream that you wanted, and you know that there were some people who helped you, and you haven't given them credit, what you do is get yourself a calendar and a red marker and start marking off the days down to when you're going to lose that shit, because that's what's going to happen. Because you haven't given people, you haven't get the players in the game credit where credit is due. And some of them, they don't even want a piece of the profit. Some of them don't even want the spotlight. All they want is a little acknowledgement that they were in your life and a thank you every now and then. They don't want it. Some of them don't want to be a part of what you're doing. They just want to be acknowledged. And you won't give them that? Like I said, whip out that calendar and that red marker or that red pen and start marking off the days, because your blessing's going to disappear. Your dream's going to die. So I kind of hope this helps some people think. It takes a humble spirit to keep the blessings that you have. And that's the truth. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Peace to you all.